Right, so all the talk at the minute is Cyriel Dessers, right? Big talk of him leaving, looking like he's going to AEK over in Athens. He's away for a Euro. But no, honestly, look, here's the situation with Dessers. Look, I understand it can be frustrating. I understand that a big complaint on him the last couple of years since he's come to the team is that he misses chances. Now look, every good striker misses chances. It means they're getting themselves into a position to be able to have chances, create chances, be a part of chances, and I get it. At the end of the day, we are gonna judge a striker on his how he finishes and on his goal totals. But if you look at Dessers at Rangers, he's his first season he had 16 league goals, and in the second season he had 18. Right? I mean, total he's got 50 goals in 2 years, and it's how are we going to replace that? Right? How are we going to be able to replace that output? Now look, there's other things about Dessers that when I'm sitting watching him play that I like. I like his link up play. I like that he absorbs defenders, right? Defenders really gravitate to him, and he's not a big dominating force out there, but he's always positioned really, really well to the point where defenders have to pay attention to his positioning. And that's no easy to come by. Obviously, 30-year-old, he's got a lot of experience, but I just think right at the minute, and I understand we've got the whole window, and I understand the manager's going to want he's got players that he's thinking can lead the line, but it's just a bit scary because now you have to replace somebody. I don't know Danilo. I like Danilo. I like Danilo a lot. I like his potential. He's just not been able to show us it because of the injuries. And Igamane is the same, right? I mean, that young boy is absolutely electric, isn't he? I mean, it's fantastic to watch him. But he's very raw. He's very young. He doesn't have that experience. I don't think he's ready to lead the line for a club like Rangers at the moment. Obviously, he will be at some point. I think he's got that talent in him. But when you talk about losing Dessers, it's more so than his goal totals, which you cannot sniff at that. You can't just no pay attention to those numbers. It's big numbers, and I've read everything. I've heard everybody saying that. I know, but he doesn't score in the big moments, or a lot of those goals were garbage time type goals when the game's been settled and this kind of stuff. I don't really think so, right? I don't really think so. A lot of those goals, if you look back at last season, one of the biggest problems we had as a squad was we gave up the first goal a lot, didn't we? And so a lot of his goals were getting the team back into the game and getting the tie back on level terms. I mean, very important type goals. I mean, they're no league winning goals, they're no cup winning goals, obviously, but they're important goals given the situation that the club was in last year. And a lot of that, I think, comes from his experience, from his maturity, and the maturity, let's talk about that for a moment. The amount of abuse that lad has taken from his own fans, from his own team supporters, it's offside. And look, I get it. We're allowed to be critical of players, and I'll be critical of a player here, there, and everywhere as well. But the big problem is, what were we complaining about? The missed chances. I mean, the guy would score 2 goals in a game, and the fans were online complaining about the 4 chances that he missed. That's a difficult one to come by, right? It's difficult to sort of to deal with that week in and week out. He's out there doing his job. A striker's job is to score goals, and Dessers, by the numbers, clearly did that, right? The argument, look, remember, we've had strikers at this club going back that didn't score goals. And that was the problem. Can we not get a striker in that can actually put the ball in the back of the net? And the last couple of years we've had one, but we've still nitpicked and complained. And the same thing happened with Morelos, which is a whole other story, and a lot of other baggage and things going on with a guy like Morelos. But with Dessers, look, he's good in the team. He helps the young players by all accounts. He's great in front of a camera. He speaks really well. You know, I think whenever I've heard him speaking, he's really trying to get the message across of what was going on in the game. Obviously, he's not being paid to be a pundit. That's not what I'm saying. But I just think he's the kind of guy, the kind of character, and the kind of goal scorer that the club needs at the minute. I mean, imagine if you took away those 18 league goals last year, where would we be? Where would we be? But I totally understand. Look, they're talking 5-6 million for him. 30 years old. We don't quite know yet exactly the plans of the manager. We haven't been able to really see the direction that he wants to take the club. We know it's going to be different. We know he obviously has his own way of doing stuff, and if he's talked with Dessers, it doesn't seem like it's going to fit for either party. You know, getting 5-6 million for him, whatever it's going to be, surely that can get put to good use at our club. So we'll see. I mean, look, if it was up to me, I'd be keeping him. I thought, you know, even when everybody was standing on the rooftops slagging him off last year and the year before, actually, I was kind of one of those lone Dessers type people that were advocating for him, because I think he does bring goals to the team, but I think he brings a lot more than goals, and we need, with what's going on, with what happened last year, with what's gonna the transition and then the expectations this year, I think we need not only capable players on the park, but we need mature players as well, because there will be some ups and there will be some downs, and I think a guy like Dessers, he's good to have on and off the park. So I don't know. Let me know what you think about the Dessers situation. I don't know how fast it's all going to materialise. It looks like, I've read reports, he's agreed to personal terms, and if that's the case, then he's probably off ski, isn't he? So, but either way, let me know what you think about it, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a busy summer. We'll probably end up making quite a few wee videos like this as we go, and we'll see, right? I'll give you my reaction for whatever the hell that's worth. I don't know, but it'll be a wee bit more content, a wee bit more Rangers content, and I'll get better at this, and we'll just have fun with it and see where it goes, right? That's it.